always keep forgetting. Hello. Perfect. Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to your tarot journey. This is a mini series. My name is Katarina.
My name is Sabrina.
And we are basically talking about all the major arcanas. And this time around, we're talking about the Judgment card. So this is where we're at. We have 2 more episodes of this mini series. I hope you've enjoyed it this much. And if you haven't watched it yet, feel free to watch all of them at once or none of them at all. It doesn't really matter.
We talk a lot.
We basically take our experiences. I'm a tarot reader. She's a tarot reader. We both do energy work. She's a great Akashic reading, also artist, creative, just overall.
Both of us are, yes.
Pretty much, I mean, people are works of art at the end of the day, but we take our experiences and we give you our opinion because there's so much information out there. So why not throw more? Here we are.
So yeah, let's start with, this is number 20. It's the 18th episode, but it's number 20 card. And the next one is the world. And then it's finito for the tarot journey. But the 20 card is the XX here, 1010, which is it's 2, right? 2 is a union. So it's a coming together. And the Judgment card is that kind of feeling of that awakening moment.
The coming together, right? To yourself.
Exactly. Coming to yourself, the oneness, the truth, the self, which we've been talking about in our chakra series. So go join that, go see that. And
every other,
what?
That's like the main conversations that we have is how to come back to self, right? This is the whole part of the journey. This is why we created this podcast. That's why we created the mini series. This is how to deepen your connection with yourself and therefore everything else around you, because that's what we are. We are all connected. And yet we are that single cell that's being expressed at the same time. And yeah, should we talk about the description of the Judgment?
Yeah. But before I do that, I'm going to say the Judgment card for me is almost the end of the journey to me, because the Fool started and he left all his material behind and he wanted to learn the purpose of his life. And this is the final, haha moment for him. It was like, oh, him or her, whatever. Right. And he's like, oh, I understand now. I had to go up and down. I had to clear. I had to see the ugly. I had to see the pain, feel it, come out of it. Like he did a whole big journey, like what we're doing right now. And that's that final moment. And yeah, if we describe it, there's like dead people like coming out of their coffins and saying the rebirth, right? It's that moment of when you're alive, right? It's not nirvana. Nirvana, you're already dead. But this is like the rebirth of the new self, right? The new and improved self, the oneness, the love, the unity. Pluto rules, like the card is Scorpio and Pluto rules Scorpio. And I'm bringing that up because Pluto is an acronym for peace, love, unity.
T.
What's T? Oh my God.
I don't know.
Transformation and
that makes sense.
And oneness. Okay. And so for me, Pluto, if you're watching it right now, we're in September 2024, and Pluto is doing this little dance in Capricorn for the moment, and then it's going to enter into re-enter into Aquarius for the next 20 years on November 19, which is very interesting because it's in the Scorpio season,
meaning transformation.
It's her birthday, by the way. But anyway. Hi. And I love it. And this is what this Judgment card comes up for when it comes into your reading. It's like this something that has made you uncomfortable, and you're at that moment of change. And all of us who have ever experienced this, which we all do on this journey, is this, but I'm feeling angry and I'm feeling sad and I'm feeling really depressed and I'm feeling and I'm feeling really ugly, gross my body. I'm you're feeling uncomfortable with yourself. And they're in this coffin. You're in the coffin and you're feeling uncomfortable with yourself. And they're like, you know what? I need to go through this moment. I need to address it, be aware of it, love it. And now I need to come out of it. That's that feeling I feel.
But the Judgment card for sure, it's always the awkward phase of ending a cycle to then begin a new one, right? Yeah. And over here you also have Archangel Gabriel, which these people coming out of the coffin people, I was going to say.
Watch it.
The coffin people And thank you. And they're facing Archangel Gabriel, which is the messenger, right? The messenger of God, saying like, hey, okay, it's time to level up, guys. Are you guys ready? And then they're raising up, and most of them here on the car anyways, they're accepting it, right? They're accepting it. They're heeding the call. Basically, they're okay. This is the call. It's time to go. It's time to evolve. It's time to expand. Let's let go of the old. Let go of the old programmings, the old emotions, the old way of thinking, and let's start anew. And you'll see in the next episode the
World.
the completion, the world card. It's that's what it is. You're completing this inevitable journey, this inevitable cycle that is the human experience, right?
I love that the Gabriel is here with a trumpet, because he's basically declaring to God, universe, saying they're ready for their next phase.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, and then some of us at this point are like, yeah, I'm ready. But then I'm like, oh, am I ready?
Yeah, are you really
go into
ready?
doubt, you know, when it goes into reverse, it's like you go into doubt and you try to like
avoidance.
Yeah.
Fear
It's like
mode.
amazing.
It's just like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Meanwhile, you are ready for this. You're born for this, literally. And yeah,
to come in and out of these cycles when it comes to your relationship, you know, because every single moment is a death and rebirth moment. Your relationship with this person, your relationship with that person, everybody has a role in their life, because those are the cycles. That job, the next job, you know, depending how old you are, how many times you've had jobs, or maybe you could be 16 and have 4 jobs already, you know, like it doesn't matter, right? But every little lesson that came to you, we go through the whole cycle. Death, the birth, rebirth, boom, boom, boom. To me, I feel like more and more we're birthing anew, and it's not a rebirth, because before it was rebirth because we kept doing lifetime over lifetime and lifetime, and now we're birthing completely new. But that's another story. That's in the world card. So this is like I always look at that flag and think, isn't that like Denmark or something?
let me see. Oh, this one over here.
Yeah. Someone in there.
Denmark or Swiss? I thought it was Swiss.
No, Switzerland is.
Yeah, let's look it up right now.
I don't know.
Because there's the mountains in the background. So the mountains mean the actual completion of the challenges, or that everything is a challenge, that you have to go up the mountain to then come down from it, right? These challenges is just opportunities to learn and learn lessons. What? Were we like way off?
Yeah, St. George's flag appears. The saint. Okay, but I was just thinking. I think it looks like England actually. But anyway, I'm like everyone's gonna be like laughing every year if you're like
As you can see, we usually read these cards intuitively. You can go ahead and look at all the symbolisms, but yet at the end of the day, the tarot cards are tools, and they're going to be working with you differently than other people. And this is something that I just want to put the accent on, because you're here to read the cards intuitively.
Yeah, it's not about
not with the symbolism. Yeah. So you could, it's fun, it's nice, and that's why we've been incorporating all the symbolisms. We've been doing a little extra research, because it's still information that you can use, that your intuition might use, because it has that information. But don't limit it. Don't limit yourself to just that, right? Anyways, yeah, continue.
No, that's really good. It's true. Because these red wings could mean something else for you, right? To be the red wings are associated to the heart chakra, the red of the heart chakra, like it's freedom, like releasing himself from grief or whatever. It's like a message, you know, but it could mean something else for someone else, right? So it doesn't matter. The blonde hair, like everything is significant. There's a reason why there's books about the symbolism of the Rider-Waite Tarot.
That too,
because there's something. But again, her depiction, like I see England now I'm seeing England everywhere. So like she could be seeing the trumpet as like something else. I see it as a tool of like awake, you know. But anyways,
did we see what the flag was there for?
It's England actually, but it's not really England.
Well,
it's St. George's flag.
Okay, and do we know why it's there? Because now I'm curious. Now I'm just like, where is this leading us? Where is this flag leading? Anyways,
St. George flag is a red cross, was adopted by England. English monarch, page. Patriotism, filling a space in a summer.
But right on the tarot.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, overall, the Judgment card is really about the next level step. So you've gone through this whole journey. You've gone through, like she said, the ups and downs to then just...
The traditional scene is modeled after Christian imagery of the resurrection and last judgment.
Ah, that makes sense. Yeah, there you go. The cross, yeah. That makes sense.
And here it says an angel, possibly Metatron, is depicted blowing a great trumpet, which hangs the flag of the St. George, but it's Gabriel.
So it's basically the rebirth. It's like you're mourning the old self to then rebirth into the new one, to the...
It's basically the
next
ascension.
level. Yeah.
It's
the
like Jesus Christ,
all those...
like died at the cross. The whole dying of the cross of Jesus Christ is just like a story to explain how the human is, the levels of our phases, right? Every religion is just trying to explain to the common people or the people, this is what's going to happen. We're all in the process of ascension. There's no one dying on a cross. There's no one, like, it doesn't have to happen that way, but
yeah, exactly.
This is what this is. This is like the ascension. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. This.
It's one of my favorite cards, honestly, because once I see it in a reading, I'm like, okay, you're ready. You're ready
for the next.
Yeah, you're ready for the next thing. Even if you don't feel like you're ready, even if sometimes my clients or my friends and families that I read to, I'm like, this is the ultimate rebirth card. It's painful. It's uncomfortable.
It is.
It's uncomfortable because that means you have to shed the old skin. And I'm sure even for a snake, it's not the most comfortable thing. I'm sure for even the butterfly coming out of the cocoon, like the metaphor says, it's not even a metaphor. The butterfly literally needs to go into the mush. It turns into mush before it actually reconstructs itself to become this beautiful butterfly. And it needs the challenge of breaking through its actual cocoon to have enough blood circulating in the wings so it could actually lift off and fly out. So if you actually help if you actually help a butterfly and break the cocoon for them, they actually don't have enough energy to push through and then they die. So it's really like, it's a solo journey almost, I have to say. Less of a solo, more of an internal journey, meaning that you might get some guidance like we saw throughout the whole journey of the tarot major arcanas. But when you get to this point, it's like, okay, it's your decision. It's you, yourself, and you. Are you ready for it? And even if you're not ready for it, can you still jump?
You know what I love about this card is like, even like this, like doesn't have to be in reverse like this, it says judgment. Right. So to me, it's like that depending on how it looks in the spread, I feel like it could be you judging yourself or you judging others as well. And it's a comment. It's a big thing. We all judge ourselves or judge others out of fear, out of what have you. Right. And I feel like this card shows up to get to that place of, oh yeah, why am I judging myself right now? Like,
the questioning.
Haven't I already, have done this for so many years, and now I'm at this place where it's time to move on from that, right?
It's time to pain is too unbearable, where you're just like, okay, I can't do this anymore. Because that's what it is also to me. It's like the pain is so unbearable that staying the same will be more painful than going through the pain of change.
Yeah. And you're right.
Salud!
Grazie. Okay.
But yeah, I love that because the internal questioning is so important. We've been talking about this. It's like, can you actually question yourself? It's like, oh, why do I stay here? Why am I like allowing this person to do this? Or why am I allowing myself to stay in a position or a place or do things that I don't even like doing? Like, why? Right? It's that.
And that's also like, we didn't mention in our crown chakra episode, but that's when you start opening your crown chakra, which is kind of this idea, you open the coffin.
Yeah, it's true.
The crown chakra. You're like, you're openly being critical, but in a good way. Like you're questioning, like what? Why am I holding myself in the coffin? Why am I staying in the comfort zone of it, like the comfortable box that it is? Yeah. It's time to like release myself, but releasing is very uncomfortable. Let's just be real.
In the beginning phases,
and you feel like, I like it that they're naked. It's like they're vulnerable. They're like, I'm naked and I'm ready.
This is all the judgments that I have. Like just completely vulnerable in that state where you're just admitting everything to yourself. It's like, wow, this is what I've been doing for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I've been, I've been judging myself, shaming myself, guilt tripping myself. And it's like, okay, can you have compassion now for that part of yourself that's been doing that? Can you have, and that's what I find the Judgment card is all about. It's about compassion. Can you, like, you're becoming super vulnerable with yourself. Can you now extend grace? Can you now extend kindness and love and compassion? Can you do that? That's the Judgment card. This is where, if you can do that, you're ready for the next step. You're ready for the next level. That's the way I see it. That's just dawned on me now.
Gratitude.
Really. Yeah.
Like,
it's like
Thanksgiving, like it's to be grateful
Giving
for like
thanks,
all
yeah.
that you, giving thanks to
to
everything
the
that,
pain. Yeah.
all that you've gone through.
Yeah. Giving like to the
All the
suffering,
box,
pains,
the
yeah.
box, whatever you felt in that coffin. I really love that, like that metaphor of the action, whatever it is, the comparison of the box being the matrix, because it is. This coffin is like, we're always like, you know, we're
Staying in the box.
in the box, and it's like comfortable, even though there's like little crawlies all around you, right? But you're like staying, it's okay. Even, you know, like these people bugging you, people like like biting away from you,
Triggering
and you're
you.
like, okay, I'm gonna stay, and I'm not gonna say anything. And then at one point you're like, no, I gotta say something. Right?
Yeah, I love that. Actually,
Get ready for the next phase, which is the world, so I can restart again. But I mean, that's what I said.
Stronger,
like, stronger,
and more resilient, and more kind.
and you're ready for that next relationship, and you're ready for that next thing, or you're ready for nothing, whatever it is that you want.
Yeah, this is why we stay in certain cycles until we actually learn them all, because a lot of the times we haven't fully accepted and loved those parts of ourselves that are still in those relationships. So they're coming up to the surface, so we can be like, am I going to love myself enough to put those boundaries this time around? Am I going to love myself enough to get out of a situation sooner than later? So it's all of these little nudges.
Like
all
in
of these
reverse, like we already talked about, is the judging of yourself, like feeling stuck in the box, feeling
not good enough.
Yeah, you know, like limited belief systems, like really like not wanting to see outside of your coffin, of your life.
Staying in the box, staying in the matrix.
Yeah.
And like being closed off, exactly like the
not listening to the messages and the signs coming in, because your whole life, as soon as you pop out of your mama, there is signs everywhere. Like I always say, you know, I bring this up a lot. When you're a baby, you're young, you know, when babies are talking to themselves, like blah, 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 but they're not talking to themselves. They're actually talking to the spirits. And they're like, yo, I'm here. I'm finally here. I got it. They're like, get ready for another 100 years of crazy. And they're like, you know, they're crying. You know, they're crying. I always think, oh my God, the baby's like, oh, I don't want to be here. They're like, no. And the spirits come. They're like, don't worry about it. Anyways, I got this off.
I love your imagination, Sabrina. I love it.
But that's what it is. It's like that feeling of, I don't even know what I'm saying. What was I saying? Was I talking about the baby?
You were talking about the babies because they're like pure. When you come out of the womb, you're pure and you see all that stuff. And then you start doubting yourself and people make you, well, I don't think they make you. I think it's part of you doubting yourself. They're teaching you how to doubt yourself so you can unlearn that and just teach it maybe to others. Right? Yeah. So everything's a learning process. Everything. And I'm starting to see even how the pain and suffering is, like they say that our deepest pain and deepest suffering is the one that's going to give us the most light, that's going to shed more light. And this is what actually creates, going back to the Jin Kiza episode, what was it, 64? I don't know if he was talking about how every transmutation,
47.
Oh, 47. Every transmutation from this pain, which he considers oppression, you're oppressing yourself by not facing the actual suffering and pain. Every transmutation is creating heat for you to rise up, like helium, like a balloon. And I almost feel like that's what it is. We come to this point where we become so great at transmuting instantly that we don't even feel the pain anymore. We actually get excited and feel joy because we're like, okay, yes, we're leveling up now. Let's do it. You know, it's like the next challenge that people are facing when they're building a house or this or that. There's like the doubts come, but you're able to just nip it in the butt, or just like, yeah, I doubt myself, but I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to push. I'm still going to try. I'm going to be okay with failing. At the end of the day, that's what I feel like Like a big part of this whole journey is. It's just like learning to be okay with failure. You're meant to fail so you can learn something out of that failure, right? And we've created this instant gratification, this world of like everything needs to be perfect. Instagram perfect, and social media, like everything needs to look proper. Why?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, the whole point is to fail.
The whole point
make
is
mistakes,
to fall and to laugh
fall
and
on our
to
faces
enjoy
and to, like,
and
get up and think,
fun.
oh,
Yeah.
I understood now, right? But also, I had something else while you were talking. I forgot. If you're trying to make it, if you're doing a tarot spread, like you're asking a question, right, for the tarot to make a decision, and you get a judgment. To me, the judgment is like, you know, you are guilty, you are not guilty. It's a decision, right? It's a judgment. But it's like also, it also could help you understand, like, yes, you're ready for the next step. That's what the answer is. Like, go for it. Don't, like, stop judging yourself.
It's like a confirmation.
You know? Go for it. Like, we open that coffin, open that box.
Yeah.
You're ready for the next. The key takeaways that we could say is, like, you could ask yourself where you are judging yourself in your life, and how many times have you been at that place? How many times has it come back in your life that you continuously judge yourself? You know, how many times that we do have relationships with different partners, and then we see the patterns there? It's because I continuously judge myself on this and this, and I keep bringing it into the next one, or they're showing me, reflecting back, you know? So how can I stand in the awareness of my judgment?
Or how can I use compassion when I'm feeling judged? Can I be compassionate with myself? Can I be like, okay, well, maybe I suck and that's okay.
Maybe I need to suck to get to the next phase, though, because maybe like if I'm living my life very Pleasantville, then I'm not really going deep inside. And remember, the judgment is Scorpio. Scorpio is not a surface sign at all. It's like, let's go deep, let's get dirty, let's get dark, let's get heavy. You know, it's like going deep into your psyche.
Let's love those parts.
Scorpio. But but it's beautiful at the same time. That's where rebirth happens, is we have to go deep. We're not on this journey to play it safe and to play small. And there's no, like, the trumpet is not playing small. It's like, let's like get on that stage of ours and scream it out there and say, you're not worthy of me because I am this, you know, like, let's go. Like, stop attaching to, this is detachment too, from the physical world, the people. Like, stop attaching. It's
more like stories, right? Detaching from the storylines, all the storylines that we keep telling ourselves.
We need to find a knight in a shining armor and have 2 kids and a picket fence. No, man, it's a story. What is it right for you? If that's right for you, then so be it. But what is right for you?
If that doesn't resonate with you, what does resonate with you? It's really detaching from the storylines that others are trying to impose from you, probably out of love. They love you, so they want to see you happy, so they have these storylines. But at the end of the day, are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it for others? And it's just the awareness of it. And can you uproot? Can you change the storyline without judging yourself? Or even if other people, if even other people are judging you, can you still stick with what feels right to you? Right? That's what I feel like this judgment card is also. People are going to judge us because they can only love to the extent that they love themselves, or, you know, a lot of people judge themselves because they wish they would do what we're doing. And then to keep you down into the box, like, hey, don't go out of the box, because that means I might have to go out of the box, and I don't want to go out of the box. So let's just keep you down out of fear. But it's still your responsibility to stay true to yourself and do the things that feel right, even when you're getting judged, even when you're being reprimanded, even when people don't understand. Can you be okay with other people judging you?
Yeah.
If it feels right,
it's a big one, because I'm going to tell you, on this journey, you will be judged. You will. And you have, like, that's part of the journey, is to how do you respond and react to the judgment, right? And that's you notice right away the evolution of your journey with that. That's the beginning of this journey. Like, the emperor's like, meh, and you're like, and you would have to defend yourself. You know, you get to the Tower moment where you're like, oh, what the heck? And the devil is showing up to you, and it's like bringing up all this anger, all these mixed emotions. And you get to the Judgment card, and you're like, okay, it's not my problem. That's they're just reflecting on me, right? And maybe it's something I need to look in myself, but I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna stand in the awareness of it. I'm gonna release it. I'm gonna love it. Like we say the same things over and over again, but sorry about that noise. But we're, something had to drop.
Wake up, people!
Mic drop.
Mic drop. Exactly.
Anyway, so that's the Judgment card.
So can you stay in the awareness of it? Can you stay in the awareness of the parts of yourself that you're still judging? And can you have compassion for those parts of yourself? Right?
Yeah.
I think we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I think
that's pretty good. Yeah. Let us know, what parts of yourself are you still judging, and how can you incorporate more kindness and love in those parts of yourself? And then give us some tips, because I still have my moments.
Yeah, we all do. All right. Love you guys.
That's it for today. Join us on our last episode next week.
Next week is our last episode, the World card.
Mini Tarot series. And then go check out our chakra series. You might like the activations and clearings over there. Ciao.
Bye.